Hello and welcome to this tropical update. So let's see what's going on here. First, let's take a look at these disturbances here. So so this in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico is at 50% chance of development in the next 7 days and for 48 hours. So something might try to spin up very briefly there. And then we have this one in the Atlantic at 40% in the next 48 hours and 70% in the next 7 days. So they say a tropical depression is likely to form by the middle part of this week, while it moves generally 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern tropical Atlantic and central tropical Atlantic. So in our main show here is Hurricane Barrel. It's already a major hurricane in category 3 already. As you can see here, the maximum winds are 105 knots. I think that they'll be like 115 miles per hour already, a cat 3. And then the minimum pressure is already 968. And let's see here. First the track here. Let's see the official track. So there are already hurricane warnings for Barbados, for Tobago there, for St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Grenada, and those other areas. There are tropical storm watches all the way to Trinidad and Martinique, and also tropical storm warning for for Dominica. I think that's Martinique and Dominica. This is the one north, yes. So let's see here. They have it as a major hurricane almost all the way to Jamaica there, and then as a hurricane still by next Friday crossing the Yucatan there. So this part is still uncertain, but this area in white here is more certain. But it's not forecast to make landfall in Jamaica, but it will pass very near. Might cause some trouble too, but the main issue will be here. It's set to make landfall as a category 4 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines there. So we have this map here from the National Hurricane Center that you can see here. In cat 1 there, we are in cat 3 now. Cat 3, and then it's forecast to be a cat 4 even before it gets to Barbados. So this is rapidly strengthening. You can see here to a cat 4 as it crosses the Caribbean, still a cat 4 there in the Caribbean, and then a cat 3 as it passes near Hispaniola and Jamaica. And then a cat 2 later, forecast to be a cat 1 as it gets to the Yucatan there. So very dangerous storm. And then we have on Zomer here, we can see a little bit better. So it's forecast to make landfall a little further south than we were forecasting it yesterday. So now they say could make landfall just north of Grenada there, and around the Grenadines Islands. So Grenada will take a very hard hit, the Grenadines there, and even St. Vincent and Port Elizabeth, not these areas. So let's see, all the areas with warnings and watches will take a hard hit, especially the hurricane warning. But the tropical storm watch areas could have some tropical storm conditions as well. So let's see here the tropical storm force wind speed probabilities. It's already more than 100% there in the Grenadines, Grenada, near 90 and 80% in Tobago, and Barbados too, like 80 and 70%, but that's very high. There will be and even gustier winds in parts of the northeastern Caribbean too, into Puerto Rico, some very low 5% probabilities, and Jamaica around 60-70% already. So very dangerous. So there's the hurricane force winds probabilities, but it's only preliminary. So it's there, and it's like 70 and 80% already probabilities for those islands there, but of course, as this makes landfall as a category 4 there, there will be more than hurricane force winds. There will be major hurricane force winds there. So please be careful. Let's see, and the probabilities go all the way to the Yucatan almost. This is the 50 knot wind speed probabilities. So more than 100% there. Jamaica too. So let's see here. This is just the wind history if you are interested. The brown is hurricane and the yellow is tropical storm force winds. And one of the most important things, the rainfall potential. They say like 8 inches plus locally in some areas there, especially in the Grenadines. It has almost to 12 inches, like between 8 and 12 inches there in parts of the Grenadines, 6 to 8 inches. In other areas there, Grenada between 2 and 6 inches they have, and most of them use millimeters there because inches is just in the US, so here you have it in millimeters too. So let's see, for Venezuela some amounts too, Tobago 2 to 4 inches, Trinidad and St. Lucia there some areas with more, and there are even some oranges in Barbados and St. Vincent there. So, and then he goes all the way here. Some rain for the Dominican Republic too. A little bit for Puerto Rico and for some islands further north. So here are the key messages. So Bear is expected to be an extremely dangerous category 4 hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands. This is a very dangerous situation. Residents in these areas should listen to local government and emergency management officials for any preparedness or evacuation orders. All preparations should be rushed to complete it today, because this will make landfall around Monday morning, those islands. I'll show you the timing soon, but all preparations should be done today. And if you can evacuate, you should do so before tonight, especially if you are in Barbados when this will get closer. But the system will be way to the south of Barbados, but there will be some hurricane conditions too. But it'll be way worse in the Grenadines and Grenada there. Let's see. They see heavy rainfall, localized flooding are expected across the Windward Islands through Monday. Bear is expected to remain powerful hurricanes move to the Caribbean Sea later this week. And interesting, Hispaniola, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and the Yucatan should, and the remainder of Northwestern Caribbean should monitor the progress of this system. So let's see the key messages in Spanish too, because many people speak Spanish there. Se espera que Beryl sea un huracán de categoría 4 extremadamente peligroso cuando alcance las islas de Barlovento. Y esta es una situación muy peligrosa. Los residentes de estas áreas deben escuchar los funcionarios del gobierno local de gestión de emergencia para cualquier orden de preparación y evacuación. Todos los preparativos deben apresurarse hasta la finalización de hoy. Entonces se esperan vientos potencialmente catastróficos con fuerza de huracán y marejada de tormenta que amenaza la vida y las olas dañinas cuando Beryl se pase por cima de las islas con mayor riesgo de núcleo en St. Vincent y las Grenadines y Grenada a partir de lunes a la mañana. Los avisos de huracán están en efecto grande parte de las islas de Barlovento. Se esperan lluvias fuertes e inundaciones localizadas a través de las islas de Barlovento hasta el lunes. Se espera que Beryl permaneça un poderoso huracán enquanto se mueve en el mar del Caribe, y personas en Hispaniola, Jamaica, las Islas Cayman y el resto del Caribe sí deben manterse atentos. And one more thing here that's extremely important will be the storm surge and the coastal flooding too. So let's see what they say here. Potentially catastrophic hurricane force winds, a life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected when Beryl passes over the portions of the Windward Islands with the highest risk core in St. Vincent, the Grenadines and Grenada, beginning early Monday morning. hurricane warnings are in effect. Yeah, so please be careful with those very high catastrophic winds and storm surge. So let's see if they have something else here. The warnings and surface wind and the arrival time here. So let's see. By Barbados, it should arrive by Sunday night, maybe like 8, 9, or 10 p.m. there. It says like 8, 8 p.m. You'll be like, yeah, by 8 or 9 p.m. So, and then by the islands, by Monday 2 a.m., you'll be like in between Barbados and the rest of the islands. So, like between 2 and 8 a.m., the hurricane, the tropical storm force winds will arrive there, and hurricane force winds too, because this will be a major hurricane there. It's alright, a major hurricane, but yeah. So the conditions in the windward islands should start to deteriorate by very early Monday morning, and even in the middle of the night, like by 2 a.m. the winds will be there. So in the islands by 3 a.m. or even 2 a.m. you start to deteriorate. So please be careful. And for the rest of the Caribbean here, let's see. From here, this is it, I think. Let's take a look at these other systems. So we will take a look at those with the models too. So let's see the GFS for the Bay of Campeche there. So it has the system trying to spin up something, but not really making it. So, but regardless, you'll dump a lot of heavy rain in Mexico there. So please be careful in Mexico with that heavy rain. Precauciones en México con esta lluvia fuerte este lunes. So, for this other system, the GFS quickly turns this into a tropical depression and tropical storm, and then it makes landfall right over Barbados in that same general area by July 3rd. So, two storms, one behind the other there. So, and this takes this to the Yucatan and eventually to the Gulf of Mexico. So, this is a week out from the GFS, so take that as a grain of salt. But we gotta keep watching the track of this after it leaves the Yucatan. So in this other system, it takes it near Jamaica there, but then it kind of dissipates, and then the GFS takes it into Texas again. So let's see the Euro. So we have the hurricane there, and then the other system there. The Euro takes a little bit longer, but turns this like to a depression or something, but a very weak one, not really doing much. And then there, it doesn't really form a cyclone or anything. It just brings more heavy rain into Mexico there, and then the Euro takes this through the Caribbean there. In the Canadian, let's see, the hurricane there. And the Canadian is very weird. It still has this as like a tropical depression or something. This model is doing some really weird stuff. It has this so weak there compared to what it already is. This is so weird, but it has the system there, the Bay of Campeche, trying to form something but not really making it, and then bringing heavy rain to Mexico. And then the second system potentially forming something and following behind it. But the Canadian takes Burrow into Louisiana too by July 7th, so we gotta keep watching this. But the official track is into the Yucatan further west. So let's see the icon here. The icon also has this a lot weaker than it actually is, but let's see. It tries to form the system there, but not really. More heavy rain towards Mexico, and then it tries to form the system behind it, but it doesn't really do much. But it takes the other one into the Yucatan. So let's see. The Neptune, it has the hurricane there, and the system in the Yucatan. So let's see. it takes it into Mexico there, but I don't think it will be a tropical cyclone. It showed like a close to low, but not really very low pressure, just 1008 millibars, but it brings more heavy rain to Mexico there, and that other system trying to develop behind Burrow. So let's see here some hurricane models for Burrow here. So let's see, this is the HARF. So it has it making landfall in the southern Grenadines there as a 971 millibars, then keeps it into the Caribbean and actually strengthens in the middle of Caribbean there, and passes just south of Hispaniola and passes just south of Jamaica as a 947 hurricane. I don't really trust this because this model also tends to exaggerate down the road, but we gotta keep watching it. And there's this other hurricane model. Let's see. It has the hurricane there passing very south of Barbados, and in the middle, in the southern Grenadines there, in that same area, some intense rain bands and the eye wall passing over Grenada there, and affecting also Saint Lucia there and Saint Vincent actually, yeah, Saint Vincent. So let's see, it takes into the Caribbean, kind of strengthens it a little more to a 959, but then it starts weakening later, passes just south of Jamaica, but bringing a lot of stormy conditions potentially to Jamaica. And then there's the half say here. It has the hurricane there. Let's see. And then he passes to the south of Barbados, but some rain bands with a lot of storms affecting Barbados. And then passes just north of Tobago and goes into the same area there in the southern Grenadines. And then takes into the Caribbean, passes just south of Jamaica there, but affecting a lot too. And then takes it into the Yucatan later. So let's see the halves B. It has the hurricane there, making landfall right very near Grenada and the southern Grenadines. So some life-threatening conditions coming for Grenada too, in the northern Grenadines and St. Vincent too, but more those areas there. And then it keeps it into the Caribbean and weakens a little bit as it passes south of Jamaica and into the Yucatan. So let's see. Let's see this other model here, the HARF parent. So it has the hurricane there, making landfall in the islands, going just south of Jamaica, and then this other system starts appearing here, and it takes the other one to the Yucatan and has that ones in the Caribbean by July 5th as a 987 tropical storm or hurricane. So let's see. Let's see here. There's this other model. It shows barrel there, and then that other system coming behind it, and even takes it into a 968 hurricane. That's crazy. So for now, take that as a grain of salt. It's unlikely still that the other system turns into a hurricane, but we gotta keep watching. And it takes barrel into Belize there as a 946. So take this as a gigantic grain of salt too, because I think it's exaggerating on that intensity there. But it also has the other tropical storm kind of surviving there, going north into Hispaniola. But yeah, we gotta keep watching it. And let's see here the current storms again. So that here's the official track as I showed you, and some model guidance here. They all take this into the southern Grenadines there, and south of Jamaica and into the Yucatan. Some take this further west into Mexico, some kill it in Central America, but some take it towards Texas potentially. So let's see. There's this other one here, kind of doing the same track. The intensity guidance is now at Cat 3, and many models going to Cat 4, but some remain at Cat 3 there, but you'll most likely go to Cat 4. And then here you have the hours, like in 96, in 108 hours, the strength it could potentially be. So let's see what else. There's Invest 96L, which is that other red area there. It's now an Invest. So let's see. There's the satellite image, and then the track has it a little further north, like over Barbados and St. Lucia, but some take it further north and some take it west there. There's this other track here, taking it west, potentially near Jamaica too, and this other forecast. So the intensity guidance, there's one model below tropical storm strength, but most take this as a tropical storm down the road, maybe a hurricane. So let's see, and there's Invest 94L there in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. So you can see here the track into Mexico, and some maybe think of a tropical storm, but not much. That won't form into much. So let's see here. What else we have? We have this area in the Eastern Pacific now. So it's at 40% chance the next 7 days and 0 in the next 48 hours. So a broad area of low pressure is expected to form by early next week a few hundred miles of the southern coast of Mexico. Some development is possible, and a tropical depression could form around midweek while the system moves westward or northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So we could have something in the Eastern Pacific too. So let's see here. Some models. Here. So this is the GFS. Wait. So let's see. It actually spins up that system there in the Pacific and takes it in the open water there near Mexico, and then it dies off. But it's forming that. And the Canadian here, let's see. It tries to form that system in the Pacific too, but then it dies very quickly. And the Euro has a lot of moisture there, and then but it tries to form, but doesn't really form much. So let's see here some stuff. So let's see Zomer again, so you can have an idea of what the winds might be like. So as it makes landfall, they have it as a category 4 potential with 220 km/h winds making landfall on the southern Grenadines there. So, and let's see here. Later on, it still has it as a 215 km/h winds, and as it passes just south of Jamaica, as a category 3 still with 195 km/h winds. So very life-threatening, destructive winds coming for these islands there. And let's see here too, in this other map. So if you click here in Cat 4, they have by 8 a.m. Monday, they have as a 138 mile/h winds making landfall in those islands there. So I heard some people saying potentially some gust of 150 miles per hour might be possible there, but you never know. So that's just the sustained wind, so the wind gusts will be much higher than that. So let's see. This is the Euro model here. So it takes there and makes landfall in the islands, and it shows 108 miles per hour. But don't mind this, because it will obviously be higher than this. It will be like 140 miles per hour wind. So don't mind the Euro, it's much weaker than it will actually be. But there's the GFS here. The GFS also has it a little bit weaker too, so don't mind this as well. So let's see. So yeah, this is the wind gusts, weird. So let's see some waves, but these models here are showing it weaker, but it'll be much stronger than what it's showing here. But let's just see the waves to have an idea. But keep in mind that they will be higher than this because it will be a Cat 4. So it already shows some 8-meter waves there, potentially some 9-meter waves in those areas as it makes landfall by Monday morning and in the middle of the night too. So, and by Barbados there, it's more than 8-meter waves too, especially in the southern coasts. So, and I think it will be higher than this because it will be a category 4. So let's see. Let's see if I can here. So wait as it makes landfall. So let's see here. Let's see if they have like wind. They don't have wind, I think. Here the sea surface temperatures very warm. And let's see here. What else? So some I'll show you some more rainfall estimates here. So in the next 24 hours, still nothing, and then as it makes landfall in the next 3 days, the GFS has some totals there up to 115 millimeters, and it might be higher down here too, because the GFS is further north. So the Euro here has it further south in the right track, and it has like 124 millimeters in parts of the southern islands, 121 there in northern Grenada. And let's see the icon here. The icon has it even further south, around 124 in Grenada there, and like in northern Tobago, like some 89 millimeters, and the Euro for Barbados here, like some 35 millimeters, and in St. Lucia 2 to 40 millimeters, Martinique 46 millimeters, at Dominica here around 51 millimeters, Guadeloupe, and a little bit of rain in the northern Caribbean too. For eastern Puerto Rico, it has some too. It has more for the Dominican Republic there, but this is 3 days. If you go to 5 days, it shows a lot more there in the Caribbean, maybe because of the next system coming too, but it shows 135 millimeters, 143 in Grenada, 193 millimeters in the next 5 days. So be aware. In the GFS, a similar thing, it has up to 178 in the next 5 days in St. Vincent there. So please be careful. And let's see. Dominican Republic too, Cuba, some more rain. Central America, especially Belize there, and further down the road there will be more rain there as Barrow comes closer. So let's see, for Belize it shows more rain the next 5 days, especially in southern areas, so be aware. Guatemala, some higher totals too, especially Mexico here, so some tremendous amounts for parts of Mexico, 199 and up to 200 maybe in a spot or two, but a lot of heavy rain for these areas of Mexico, so please be aware. Mucha lluvia para Mexico, precauciones. So let's see, it has some more for parts of Central America in the next 5 days, Nicaragua, Honduras, and for Jamaica, it the next 5 days, around 70-60 millimeters in sound. So let's see here. This is mainly it, I think. So please be careful, and this will be a life-threatening hurricane, so please have a safe shelter to stay, a safe place to go, away from flooding and the winds and everything, and please have your preparations more than done already. This is really serious. I'm serious about this. This is really serious hurricane. So please stay safe. And warn others. And for the other areas in the Caribbean, just keep an eye on this in Jamaica, in the Yucatan, and some other areas. So this is it, I think. Stay safe, please.